awful challenge.
Close to free header. Both goalkeepers have produced some marvellous efforts. It's slid through. Black stays down. It's in. Iniesta scores. Surely the winning goal for Spain. And Andres Iniesta has given Spain the lead. After 13 attempts, Spain are the champions of the world.
Welcome back to the World Cup Draw Show. Let's rip into our next group. It is Group F, and it sustains one of the absolute favourites for this tournament in Argentina. We'll get to them in a moment. Also coupled with them is Bosnia, who they'll play first up in the Maracanã in Rio. And then you've got Iran as well, our great rivals, and Nigeria, the Super Eagles, who have been anything but super after promising so much over such a sustained period at World Cups. We'll go to Argentina, though, Harps, and the burning question is, how much reliance have they on Leo Messi and his dodgy hamstring?
Well, not overly. I mean, his actual return at World Cup level for the national team hasn't been brilliant. His club form is fantastic. Yeah, it's still a great player for the Albiceleste, and there will be a lot of scrutiny on his fitness. But mate, Tevez, Mascherano, Di Maria, Aguero, Fernando Gago, Higuain, where do you start and stop with this lot? I mean, and their third group game in Porto Alegre, which is just across the plateau from Buenos Aires, the joint will be sky blue and white. That city will just go off when they take on Nigeria. They may well have done the business by then. They are raging hot favourites to get out of this group and do serious damage at the World Cup, maybe this time for Argentina.
A really quick one on Bosnia, who independent nation for the first time, qualifying for the first time. A lot of people underestimate this mob. I watched them against Argentina. They played them in a friendly recently, and it was a fantastic game.
Two things quickly. Why would you underestimate it? Firstly, we just made the point about Sweden. A lot of players coming out of that part of the world, Sweden, Switzerland, to go into the teams like Switzerland. Secondly, Edin Dzeko and Ibisevic. How can you rule out a team with qualities in the front line like that? So they'll be hard to beat.
Group G. Now, this is the group of death for mine, taking into account what we've got as well. Have a look at this. These four who have got Germany, ranked 2, Portugal, ranked 5, Ghana, ranked 24, Team USA, ranked 14. We'll start with the Germans. And can they twist this hex that has been on European nations outside of Europe?
In a mentality sense, Adam, probably the best suited for it. Yeah, and there's a big German presence in parts of Brazil as well, so that might help with the affinity. Wonderful, wonderful team, honestly. I don't share the same outlook on this group as you. You know, Germany played Ghana last World Cup. So there's already, and history counts for a lot. Ghana and USA played off in the last World Cup as well. Ghana knocked them off in the round of 16. Portugal's the one that people are going to struggle with because they don't have that much experience with them. And Portugal, you look at the playoff with Sweden. I mean, you mentioned Messi. So much rides on Ronaldo with this Portuguese team. So I think Germany overwhelming favourites. It's a red-hot scrap for second, and very even teams given one or two variables, and you're not sure what those are going to be till you're there at the moment. USA probably paddling just a little bit. Ghana could do anything. I mean, mate, they should have. Well, they could have arguably been in the final of the World Cup last time if they could take penalties, and maybe this time they got some great players as well.
And if it wasn't for a Uruguayan playing volleyball for a second there, and Luis Suarez, Germany play Portugal first up. 3 massive fixtures in the first week of the World Cup. It's Germany, Portugal, also England and Italy, and the Netherlands and Spain.
And Australia, Chile.
And Australia, Chile, of course. Of course. We'll go to Group H right now. And the team that has just shot to prominence over the past 24 months, if you like, that great crop that they've got, they're playing all across the big leagues in Europe, most notably in England, with a stack of Premier League stars in their midst. Belgium, the Red Devils, they've got Algeria, Russia, who haven't been at a World Cup since 2002, and Korea, who just snuck through. They sacked their coach after qualifying, and they're trying to get up on an upward tangent once more. It's all about Belgium, this group.
Look, it is. And if they make the transition to South America the same manner that you just referred to Germany, they can do damage. They came through they smashed a very difficult group. In truth, Croatia, Serbia, Scotland, Wales, Macedonia, they did it well. I reckon Lukaku could be close. If Belgium get on a run, Everton's Lukaku can be close to Golden Boot. He's that type of enigmatic player. I think he's a sensation, and he can do the damage for Belgium in the World Cup. The Asian interest, as far as I'm concerned, really focuses on South Korea. They can get through this group, and one of the reasons going in their favour, Korean football has spent a lot of time in Brazil. They routinely send trainloads of young players and encamp them in Brazilian clubs to get them better technicians. But, of course, when you get to a World Cup, then you've got all these other benefits of having players go through that system. So that's going to work in South Korea's favour. They can get out of this group. It'd be great for Asia if they do. I'm not expecting a lot from Russia, to be frank, even though Fabio Capello is running the show there, and Algeria. Of all the teams, Australia included, according to international pundits, I think Australia will be the roadkill of this group.
Yeah, fair enough. Algeria, that is, yeah. Hopefully Australia's not the roadkill of this group.
They can't play in two groups.
Exactly. Have a look at the odds, thanks to sportsbet.com.au, for the winner of the 2014 World Cup. Brazil have slightly drifted, my sources say, at Sportsbet this morning, just out from a couple of points out to $4.50 Argentina. So there you go, the South American influence. The punters are all over that as well. Germany, Spain and Belgium. But how about that? Spain, 3 major trophies, the last 3 main tournaments they've played. OK, take away the Confederations Cup. And they're 4th favourites, hence the depth, hence the South American influence, as we've been mentioning over the last hour. So that hour is almost done, Harps. Just summarise once more from an Australian perspective what we get out of this morning and the draw.
Big challenge, exciting challenge, massive opportunity for the game. Indeed, the focus of the world on Brazil for that month in June, July next year is going to be absolutely magnificent. As a Kentucky package, Australia probably didn't come out so well. You know,
You're filthy at that, aren't you?
I'm not filthy. There are some very exotic destinations in the World Cup stadium scheduling. We haven't picked up all of them, it's fair to say. But
so don't take the boardies, that's what you're saying.
We'll definitely take that, because otherwise you'll sweat like a dog over there. It's a great country. It's going to be a fantastic experience for Australian fans. It's going to be a massive challenge for the team, which is exactly the way Ange Postecoglou wants it. He wouldn't have got a much more difficult group, in truth, and he wouldn't want it any other way. And to lock horns with the 2 finalists from 4 years ago and one of the rising generational teams in Chile with great quality, it's all on for Australia. And if they get through this group, this will be the mightiest achievement of a national team that we've sent overseas. So good luck to them.
Harps, after a long night on kick-off last night, we'll let you go and do a Rip Van Wickle impersonation for this afternoon's football.
All right.
Looking forward to it on Matchday Saturday.
Thanks, mate. Good on you.
And thank you for your time as well. Keep it on 513 throughout the day. We've got news filtering in from around the world, reaction to the World Cup draw, especially from a Socceroos perspective.